Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Carly and you're watching Sewscape, and today I'm going to show you guys everything I sewed up this past month. So everything I made this month was from different issues of Bodice Style magazine. So I sew mostly from Bodice Style. I find it's so economical and you get so many patterns every month, and I feel like as someone starting sewing, it was just a real easy way to like beef up my sewing pattern collection and really sew seasonally and make whatever I want to make. I feel like they're so on trend and I just love sewing from the magazine. So let me show you what I made this month. So two things that I made this month came from July issue of Bodice Style. So the first thing I made from this issue was dress 102. And this is a really lovely tiered gathered dress with little tie sleeves. I'm actually wearing it right now. And I just love how this turned out. This fabric is from a friend of mine who gave me this fabric a couple years ago, and it's been sitting in my stash. And I was waiting for the perfect bohemian summer pattern to make something from it, and this pattern popped up and I instantly thought of this fabric, and it's so breathable. It's so awesome. I love that it really kind of like hangs off the body and doesn't cling anywhere. So when I was making this dress, I was serging the edges and I got overconfident and realized I had accidentally cut a hole in the bodice, kind of right on the good side, you know, and so I had to patch it. So I patched it all, it was fine. And I learned kind of a new skill, so it wasn't the most terrible thing. The print is really busy, so you can't really see it. So I made a size 42 in this dress. I made no adjustments to any of the gathers, but I did leave off the bottom tier of the dress. So apart from that, I made it totally as the pattern stated, and I absolutely love this dress. I sewed a top thinking I was gonna do little like chevron patterns of the same thing. It ended up being a major fail. I stretched out the neckline, it was not good. So this dress was a total win. The top was a fail, but that is okay. I love it. The next thing that I sewed is the shorts 116. So these are so cute. I made this from the same friend of mine gave me a whole bunch of fabrics. So that was in one of my most recent videos, unboxing a whole bunch of her fabrics that she had passed along to me. And this is a viscose twill poly blend, and they're great. They really don't stick to the body. They are awesome, nice and breathable. And I love kind of having shorts that fit away from the body. Every pair of shorts that I've ever had has been really tight along my legs, and I feel like this is great. So when I first measured out the pattern, it was looking like I was supposed to make like a size 46 or something like that. I ended up making a size 44, and then I took it in a little bit more. They have a thick curved waistband on them, and I'm starting to realize a curved waistband is actually what I need. I feel like this is a lot of my issues with pants fitting, because I feel like everything fits really great when I try on the pants before I put on the waistband, and then I put on the waistband and I can pinch a good 2 inches out of it. And that 2 inches is the curve of the top of the waistband, right? My waist area is not flat at all. You know, I'm a curvy girl. So I'm finding that these curved waistbands really do me a favor. I find only having one snap in the middle of the shorts kind of creates like a pulling thing happening, and so I feel like I might go in and add a second snap, but it's not dire, it's fine. But I love to wear this with like my warmer colored tops, and I feel like it looks really nice and rich and summery. So I'm so glad I made this up. I did not make the belt that goes along with it because I do like to kind of change out belts. So yeah, they're great. I'll definitely be making this pair again, maybe in a fabric that doesn't have a polyester to it, just so that like in the hottest days of summer, I have something that is super airy on my legs that really breathes really well. And so the last two things that I sewed were actually from the same pattern, but just kind of adapted differently. So my brother's wedding is coming up in September, and I've been wanting to make a dress for this. I started filming it and I was just panicking the whole time because I've never sewed anything like this before out of tulle or anything like that. So I stopped filming because I felt like really frustrated and I didn't think it was gonna work out. I thought I was just gonna have to scrap the project and start again. But this ended up being one of my favorite things I've ever made. It is amazing. So I adapted a bodice from the May 2023 issue of Bodice Style, and it was dress 121. So I made this dress as it was intended in May, and the bodice fits so well. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what I'm going to use to start like adapting my own patterns. So I altered the neckline into a sweetheart neckline. And then instead of doing the skirt that it came with, I just did a really full circle skirt because I found that was gonna be the easiest method to give me a really big poofy skirt that is still nice and small at the waist. I was watching one of I think it's Loopsy's videos on YouTube, and she made a gathered skirt tulle dress, and I learned a lot from her video and her trials and errors, and I found that yeah, it was awesome. So I just followed her advice to kind of do more of a circle skirt, and it is awesome. I can't wait to make more like gowns in the future. So I hope more people get married so I can go to their weddings. Anyways, so I made the bodice in a, you know what, I don't even know, because I traced this pattern the first time and I didn't write it down. So I'm assuming I traced a size 42, but then I think I let out the side seams a little bit. So I think instead of using a 1/2 inch seam allowance on the side seams, I used a 1 inch seam allowance on the side seams. So that is what I'm thinking I did. I'm pretty sure it's a size 42 and it fits like a glove. I just love this. The bodice is bone, so it has really great support and stands up. The only thing I notice is the skirt is a little bit see-through on the back side. So I really have to be mindful of the underwear that I wear with this. But apart from that, it is awesome. I give this pattern a 10 out of 10. So the last thing I will show you is my toile of the bodice. So I know I had made the actual bodice that came in the magazine in May, but I wanted to make sure that the sweetheart neckline, everything would go right with that, and I like the angle of it. So I had some leftover fabric of this fun jungle print that I had made something out of like years ago. It's actually the top that I'm wearing in my little intro to YouTube. So if the fabric looks familiar to you, that's what it's from. So I made this little bustier top, and it's just the bodice of the dress, and then I just sewed the seam allowance shut. So it's like a really nice little crop top, side zip, and yeah, it was awesome. In this version, because I was considering if I was gonna elasticate the back of the gown, I took 1 inch of ease out. So I stretched an elastic across the back and zigzagged it on the lining side so that it really like held me in when I was wearing it. But I found I didn't even need it. With the boning, it was so supportive that in my actual version of the dress, I left it out. So I have this awesome top that really goes great with these shorts. I love this outfit together. It makes me feel like I'm like on Jungle Cruise or something. It's my adventure outfit. I don't know if anyone would really adventure in a strapless top, but I will be doing that on my vacation. So I had such an awesome month of sewing. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you have the most wonderful rest of your day. Happy sewing, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.